Now I thought before I chuck on the bike, I just pulled the factory seat off and side by side with the Saddlemen Renegade Solo. And I just want to look, I'm feeling here, put the seats sort of pretty much in line. So I'd say the middle point of where it starts to go up is about there on the standard Chief seat. And it definitely looks further back on here, maybe an inch, half an inch, which is what I wanted. I want to be able to sit back a little bit further, so that's looking good. My worry was that I like the width through here being taller, and I was worried that it might be narrower here. And it does look a little bit narrower, but let's just throw a tape measure on there. So I reckon we're at about 230 millimeters there, and the same point here. Oh, that's about 250 on this side, so that's great. That's wider through here is great. I'm really pleased about that. The actual rise up on the back here, this does come up a little bit higher, which is good. At the widest point, we're looking at 300 millimeters there, and we're looking at 270 here, but it rolls off through here where this has got the shoulder. I reckon, yep, that's all looking really good. I reckon this is going to be more comfortable. Let's go chuck it on the bike now. Actually, I'll spin that little bracket over on the back here, turn that around, and then we'll chuck it on the bike. Okay, I've got the Saddlemen Renegade Solo seat installed for the Indian Chief, 2021 and up. What are my first impressions? What's it going to feel like to sit on the bike? So, first impressions. Well, yeah, I am sitting a little bit further back. The seat is firmer. I can feel the support on my tailbone there, just really low down. I wouldn't call it lumbar support, it doesn't come out that high enough for that, but I do feel that I am locked into the seat. It is sitting me where I would push myself back into on the stock seat, and it's sitting me there in a natural position. It's firmer, definitely harder seat than the stock Chief seat. It's softer, the stock Chief seat. As for sitting up or sitting down, I feel like I'm pretty much in the same position. I don't think I'm raised up. I don't think I've dropped down at all, which is good. That's fine. The hardness will wear in under my legs here, where I like the seat to be a little bit wider. I can feel I've got support there. So when I put my leg up, I feel like I do have support up underneath my leg, which is good. Which is what I get from the stock Indian Chief seat. It doesn't feel. I wouldn't say it feels greatly different to the stock Chief seat, but I'd say it's marginally better in all areas, if that makes sense. So I sit a little bit further back. I feel like I have a little bit more support on my tailbone. I feel like I'm going to have more support under my leg, being just a little bit wider. But the test will be a good ride. I don't know why, but my camera just randomly shuts off for some reason. It's just been doing it. It's a bit annoying. So I just had a quick replay of the video, and I think I know where I got to. So now I've put the stock seat back on. So let's sit back on the stock seat and see where that sits me. And I'll have to look back on the video to see if I'm lower in the stock seat, or so it feels like I'm down lower and a little bit more forward on the stock seat, and it's in its natural seating position. And this is where I want to push myself back a bit in the stock seat. That's another thing. With the stock seat I can, because it's soft. This step up here is soft. On the Saddlemen Renegade Solo, that's firm. I can't really push myself back if I want more leg room. But I do feel the Saddlemen Renegade Solo does sit me back a little bit further anyway. So the stock seat, yeah, it gives me the ability to move forward and back a little bit, because the seat's soft, whereas the Saddlemen doesn't. But the Saddlemen sits me in a better position from the get-go. So whether being able to move around a bit or not being able to move around a bit on the Saddlemen is going to be an issue. That's where the longer ride will show, or will tell us if that's going to be an issue. I was just looking at the seat to see, how if it overhangs the frame by much, and it does. So it's definitely wider than the stock seat. So it does hang over a little bit wider, which is, I like that. The wider the better for me. But it's definitely not too wide. So it is a little bit wider than the stock seat, which is good. That's going to bode well for comfort for me. I've just taken a ride out to Learmonth, one of my normal rides, to test out the new Saddlemen Renegade Solo seat. And what are my thoughts after the first ride? Well, first up, I love the way it looks on the bike. I'll show you it from a few different angles. So the Swan and their family come up. 4 Cygnets, mum and dad. Probably looking for some food, but I ain't got nothing. Yeah, so back to the seat. Yeah, I love the way it looks on the bike. I think it looks fantastic. I don't know what material this is, but it's a vinyl, I think. But geez, it feels nice. The seat is firm. I'd say very firm, especially compared to the stock seat. And when I first got on it, I thought, yeah, it's pretty hard, especially in the back here. This little step-up piece, I can really feel it pressing into my lower spine area. But the longer I spent on the bike, the more comfortable the seat got. So that's a really good sign, which is the complete opposite of the stock seat. The stock seat, the more time you spend on it, the less comfortable it gets. And I think it's because the foam's softer, and you end up after a few hours, you've compressed the foam to the point where you basically feels like you're sitting on the pan of the seat. So this, I can tell straight away, is not going to do that. There's a lot of resistance to your body weight. The shape of the seat I like a lot better than the stock seat, in that it really sits you in and locks you in, and I can accelerate harder and feel a lot more supported with the shape of the seat. It's a lot better, so that's a big plus. And yeah, I love the look of it, and I love the way it's made. The construction is just beautiful, really nice. Swans are behind me, keep me company and listening to my report on the initial impressions of my Saddlemen seat. Alright, so that's it for the first ride. The longer I spent on it, the more comfortable the seat got. So there is a break-in period, I reckon, of 1,000 miles. I reckon I won't need that long to be comfortable in the seat, and I'll do the test will be again on the way home. I'm expecting it to feel a little firm. The way it positions me on the bike is where I was trying to push myself into on the stock seat, so that's great. Yeah, it's looking very positive. That'll do for this video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye for now. So see you, swans. Too busy eating. See ya.